So today I want to talk to you about how I got to where I am today. My name is Debbie and I am a holistic nutritionist, and I try to do my very best to help people who want to genuinely feel better. That is my goal as a holistic nutritionist. I focus on the whole body, not just what you're doing, eating. So how did I get to where I am now? Well, it's a very long story, but I'll condense it down. Basically, I went back to school to become a holistic nutritionist. I did not want to spend 4 years in university. By that time, I already had 3 kids who were approaching teenage years, and it was just way too much. So, as I'm sitting out here drinking my morning coffee, I wanted to share with you my journey. And so, while I did that, going to school, I learned a lot about holistic nutrition. And in the 15 plus years since I took that course, I've learned so much more than what we learned there. That was just a foundation to build upon. And I am definitely far from perfect. Just ask my family, they'll tell you what a fuck up I am. One of the first things that I wanted to do is I absolutely wanted to change every single thing in the household. So that was what I did when I first started my nutrition course. Huge, huge, huge mistake. All I did was confuse myself. I got overwhelmed, and then I just went back to what I always knew. So I decided I had to change things, and I started making small changes over time. By the time I had finished school, I had become a vegetarian because I knew the farming practices that are practiced in North America are not the greatest. I live in Canada specifically, and a lot of our foods here are imported. And I wanted to start making better choices for myself and my family because I knew the impact it was going to have overall. So started small with going vegetarian, and then from there I just started adding in some of the bigger changes that I did make pretty much from the get-go was with my skincare products. I swapped them, my shampoos, my lotions and things like that, because I learned when I was in school that your skin is your largest organ, and whatever you put on it, it's going all throughout your whole body, and your liver works really, really hard to get rid of all of the toxins. So minimizing what I was putting on my skin externally was one of the biggest changes that I did make right away. It was expensive as fuck, let me tell you that, but I got there. And then I just started adding in smaller things. So for me, I had to figure out where I was starting from. At the time that I took my course, I had been working in the aquatics industry for a long time, and I was a runner. But my mom passed, gained a lot of weight, had a lot of inflammation in my body, and so I had to start all over again. So I started with my food, adding in better foods, small changes over time as opposed to taking away. I still allowed myself my treats. I had a glass of wine or a beer. And then I learned a little bit more about inflammation, and that's a whole other journey. But from there, I just figured out where I was starting from, and I grew it from there. So adding in more dark green leafy vegetables, eliminating out the sugars through eating natural sugars. So I ate more fresh fruits and vegetables that were sweeter, and it changed my taste buds. And then it just kind of grew from there. With my exercise, I couldn't run anymore because my body was killing me. So I just started walking, and I went back to the pool and started swimming, even though I was self-conscious as hell about my body. I didn't really want anybody to see me, but once I was in the water, I was fine, and I knew it was one of the things that was actually going to get me to where I needed to go. So I figured out where I was starting from, and I went from there. And I made SMART goals. So for me, SMART means small, measurable, achievable, realistic over time. So like I said, adding in small things. So you don't start off, you don't put on a pair of running shoes and just decide to go run a marathon one day. If you do, you're fucking crazy, but good on you. So for me, it started with walking and then adding on swimming. And then I got back into my running a little bit. And then, just kind of grew things from there. Now I know that I am at the gym and I am strength training 3 to 4 times a week because I am at that certain age in my life where if I want to continue to be able to get up and down off the floor, carry my groceries, and take care of myself, because who can afford a fucking care home nowadays? When I'm 80 and 90 years old, I better start doing some strength training. So I've added all these in. I didn't just get here overnight. I started small and I grew from there. And remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You have this one body that you are going to take care of, hopefully, for the next 70, 80, 90 years. And if you start from where you're at now, measure it where you're at now, and put down something small for a goal. Maybe you're a couch potato right now and you just want to start eating better. Great. So start by adding in something small. Add in some vegetables that you like or some fruits that you like. And just set a goal for yourself where you want to be, and set a goal a week from now. How many more fruits and vegetables do you want to have added in? How much more movement do you want to have added in? And then a 4-week goal, and then a 3-month goal, and a 6 and a 12. You kind of get the idea here. Figure out what works best for you, because not everybody's the same. I mean, for me, I set long-term goals of where I want to be, and then I backtrack from there. So for me, I wanted to run a marathon or half marathon. I still haven't done it yet, but I've done a couple of 10Ks, and I don't know that it's something that I want to do anymore. But now I've got some mountains that I want to hike. Just walk up, trust me. I'm not climbing freaking Mount Everest. No way in hell. So that's how I started. This is something I'm always learning and growing. I learn, and as the more scientific information comes out, I learn more from that and I grow from there. So this is why I like sharing my content with you, so that I can share my knowledge with you, and hopefully you get a small part of it and take away from it. I hope you found this helpful today. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more health conscious content. I'll see you in the next one.